At a meeting held on the 13th of June 2025, the Meghalaya Cabinet has decided to strengthen the Meghalaya Residents Safety and Security Act (MRSSA) in light of recent incidents in Sohra, aiming to prevent criminal elements from entering the state disguised as tourists. Cabinet Minister and MDA spokesperson Paul Lingdor said that while the state has passed a resolution on implementing the Inner Line Permit or ILP, the proposal is still under review by the Ministry of Home Affairs, which has raised several queries, particularly concerning Meghalaya's connectivity with other northeastern states. Though MRSSA already includes safeguards, Lingdor said that the government plans to enhance its implementation and will soon submit a formal proposal.
The Cabinet today also decided to revisit the MRSSA, which is already an existing state act, to add more teeth to this act in view of what we have just experienced at Sohra, and to ensure that we minimize the possibility of criminal elements entering Meghalaya in the guise of tourists. As far as the ILP is concerned, let me remind you that the State Assembly has already adopted a resolution. The matter is pending before the MHA, which has a number of queries which we as a state government are trying to address. So some of these queries relate to the fact that Meghalaya is not an endpoint. We are also connecting the rest of the Northeast, like the states of like Silchar and the states of Mizoram and Tripura. So there are certain queries, but if you go through the MRSSA, there is already a lot that is already in place, but we need to upscale and further improve upon what we already have in the MRSSA. So we will come up with formal proposal. Yeah.
So there are many.
Okay, I'll also mention one more decision which came up as an informal item, which is the report on the reservation policy. Committee of officials which were identified by the government of Meghalaya. All these members of the expert committee are from outside Meghalaya to ensure that they come up with an actionable plan of action. The report has now been received by government of Meghalaya. It is now incumbent that the government studies this report. So we have authorized the Chief Secretary of the State with senior officials to study the report. It is voluminous, a very bulky report, and this report will now be we will have a summary of the report. This summary of the report will be placed before the Cabinet, and the report will then be placed on the table of the State Assembly by the Assembly session scheduled for September 2025.
The state is also set to mandate the use of a tourism monitoring app currently used by around 50% of accommodations in order to ensure full compliance and compulsory tourist registration. Tourist arrivals in Sohra are steadily rising, with the state targeting around 20 lakh visitors by the Cherry Blossom Festival in November. Recruitment is also underway for 100 tourist buddies fluent in local and national languages to assist visitors across Meghalaya.
Act, which records all movements of tourists, including the cars or whatever mode of transport they use, and also registration of compulsory registration of all visitors at various homestays, resorts and hotels. Now, the use of this app is roughly around 50%, but we will now make it compulsory that all homestays, resorts and other places of accommodation should register all visitors mandatorily. MRSSA is our version of what we would like to do in order to ensure the safety of all residents of Meghalaya. But as I mentioned, we would like now to revisit the Act in order to plug whatever loopholes are currently in it and give it more dynamism and more trust with whatever has happened at Sohra, so that we ensure that we have an atmosphere that is safe and we continue to be tourist friendly.
This will be revisiting the 2016 MRSSA or
the current MRSSA which is in force is increasing. There are more and more visitors. Even when the case was still not solved, the footfall was still the same. Now, with the name of Meghalaya being vindicated and cleared, we are only seeing greater traction, more footfall. And we expect that this would touch 20 lakhs by the Cherry Blossom Festival. Calling for interested youths who are fluent in Khasi, Garo, English and Hindi to join the tourist buddy scheme, and within the next 2 months we should be able to clear the appointment of 100 tourist buddies.